Aloha, welcome back to our channel.
Malo.
We are Aussies in Samoa and today we're taking you to Sua Trench.
To Sua Trench. This is our drive.
It's down the other side of the island from where we are, and it's on everyone's must-do bucket list when you come to Samoa.
Yeah, I think it's like the first thing you see when you look up attractions in Samoa.
Yeah, it's probably about an hour drive from Apia, but it's so worth it.
How many times is this we've been?
I think we've only actually been down the hole twice.
Twice we've been down. Last time we went down, Poppy was about 6 months.
Yeah, so there you go, an hour and 10 minutes from Apia. Yeah, she was about 6 months the first time that we went down, and I had her in a backpack, so she loved it.
Yeah, which we had photos of that. People were freaking out. When you see the ladder, you'll know why.
People were going, nobody's stupid enough to take a baby down there.
She loved it though.
So we were unsure about how she would go today too, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. So what do we got? So did we do the top island road?
Yeah, I think we did the Cross Island Road and then straight down to To Sua. I think we only did the Cross Island.
So I'll let you enjoy the scenery for a while.
Lots of taxi stands. They all hang out together. It was quite a busy day, the day that we went down, because I think there was a cruise ship in, wasn't there?
There was a cruise ship. A lot of French people. A lot of French were heard. French language was heard.
Yeah, definitely. That was right.
Paula with her amazing camera skills.
I know. I was trying something new with the GoPro today, so I don't know. We'll just see how we go. There's lots of people out on Saturdays. There tends to be a lot of people out selling on their front yard because they're getting ready for Sunday lunch. So there's lots of fish and produce sitting out in the villages.
Tuanai?
Tuanai, I think. Correct us if we're wrong. You know that. There we go. We're at To Sua. So, To Sua, what does that mean, James? Do you remember?
Big hole?
Big hole. Literally translates as big hole. So, it's quite a big, there's a big car park. It's a big attraction. So,
And there's a hut over there where the taxi drivers sit.
So they don't pay to go in. They normally just hang out outside and wait for you to come back. We should find out how much it costs for a taxi or a tour down there. But yeah, we've never done it. We've always self-drove. It is one of the more expensive attractions in Samoa.
In saying that, though, it's 20 tala for adults and 10 tala for children.
So really not that dear. It's just the fact that, yeah, it's more expensive than others. But the landscaping, they keep the grounds beautiful. There's change rooms, there's toilets. You can see, look at the grounds. They're just immaculate. Yeah,
it's beautiful. And I mean, if you come to Samoa, then it's something you definitely want to do. If you're brave enough to go down the ladder, if you've got mobility issues or you're afraid of heights, then maybe you want to have a look at it on this video first before you pay the 20 tala, because you may not be game to go down.
Yeah, well, I think it's a 30-metre hole, so, it's quite deep. Hello, Paula.
I'm waiting there to pay. There was a lot of tourists in front of us, and they wanted to exchange their 5 tala notes, which are paper, for 10 tala notes, which are plastic. So there's the prices for you.
They do sell some beer there.
Yeah, there's a little food stand. It wasn't open today, but the shop itself had quite a lot in it. I think they've put a lot more in the shop since we were last here.
Yeah, it's like almost a little convenience shop.
So there's a couple of holes on the way to the main trench.
So this one I think is like I nearly had it.
Lava tube.
Yeah, so they're lava tubes, and this actually goes through to the main hole. But so this one it's got another name, To Sua. So little big hole or something like that, I think it means. So I can't remember. Look at me failing.
Little big hole.
Well, it's the small of the hole.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it's dry, so you can't see the water in there. But once we go into the actual trench, you can swim through to the cave, which is to that opening.
Yeah, to the next one. Well, I think there's another one, is there not? Is there not two? Or is that the one?
That's the one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
I think.
Yeah, because if that's the case, you swim right under this. You can swim right under this. I thought there may have been two, but I could be wrong.
No,
It looks like I'm wrong, because there's the main one coming up. They've got some beautiful phallets around the edges too, where you can put your stuff and hang out for the day. There's only a few, so I was walking really quick to get in front of those tourists so we could get a phallet. There we go.
There we go. That's what we see on the postcards. So I think there's other phallets down away from the hole, away from the trench, but yeah, we wanted to be close to the trench, so when we got out we'd have access to our towels and things.
And food, we took some food in. Once you go down, you really don't want to come back up, because it's not something you want to go up and down, and you'll see why.
Yeah, it's not a normal ladder. It's an effort. So it's actually situated on like cliffs, and it's a beautiful view of the ocean too, isn't it? It's just spectacular.
It is, and the trench is fed via the ocean. There is a tunnel that goes from the trench out to the sea. People have dived, or
yeah. I think they say it's only for experienced divers. They can go through the tunnel into the ocean,
and you can feel a little bit of a pull if the tide's running out. So I tend to stay away from the area. We'll show you when we're down there where the vent is. As you can see, I mean, the ocean's off to the left there, so that's where the feed vent is to the trench.
There we go. We found some nice. I think they were New Zealand tourists we were having a chat to here.
They were. We found a couple of young couple from New Zealand. It was their first time to Samoa, so we were able to give them a few tips and what have you. They were staying at a resort, so we said it would be great to go and spend some time in some local phallets.
Yeah, look at that. See, isn't that beautiful?
So there's a staircase that goes down to the ocean there. We haven't done that yet. I think by the time you do the stairs with the trench and have a swim down there, we're kind of always tuck it out, but we'll have to give that a go next time. There's some beautiful coral down there.
Yeah, I think they say there's lots of swimming holes and stuff like that. I think there's a couple of blow holes too. Here we are, we're getting ready. So we did take our snorkel gear down. Not everybody does, but we do like a snorkel, so...
And I've got the old GoPro on the arm, so I'm doing the Power Rangers fist there.
We took the floaty down for Poppy this time because when we went down last time it was quite deep in the pool, and there's a couple of ropes that you can stabilise yourself on. Yeah,
the section that goes through under the cave was really quite deep this time. It wasn't as deep last time, so the tide must have shifted some sand and stuff around. But here we go.
So there's some steps before you get down to the main ladder. Thank goodness, because I wouldn't be able to climb the ladder all this way, I tell you.
It's a bit scary as it is. I thought people were just standing here in line, just looking. I didn't realise that people were coming up the ladder, so I actually kind of pushed through a bit.
It's definitely, like a one-way bridge situation.
We're just waiting for people to come up the ladder, because yes, there's no going up and down at the same time. There's my G-Shock, not sponsored, but happy to be sponsored by G-Shock if they'd like to sling me a watch. A couple of local Samoan lads there, they were quite happy for us to wait for us to go down.
I think they were a bit nervous about us taking Poppy down because, as you can see, like, adults struggle to get down this ladder.
Well, I was nervous too. After we paid our 50 tala, I thought, Poppy said all the way, yeah, I'll do it, but it's a different thing when you look at this. Actually getting onto the ladder is a little bit scary. I mean, always going down a ladder for me anyway seems more difficult than coming up.
I think I did some good editing here, and it looks like she gets on really quickly and well. But yeah, it did take a bit of a conversation to get her in here.
Yeah, probably took her a good 3 minutes or something before she braved it. So she was very, very brave. Very proud of her.
So they're quite big rungs on the ladder too. Like it's a good half a metre nearly in between each step. Do you reckon, James?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but you can see it pretty well there. Yeah, it's good. They're good size. They're quite wide.
So up the top, they've actually got some tread on the top of the ladder, which was great. But down towards the bottom, it gets a bit hard. Here she comes. As you can see, it's like one step was her whole little leg length. So she did awesome to get down there.
Did a great job. Very proud of you, Poppy. Very proud.
And so once you get to the platform, you have to be careful because the platform can be a bit slippery, but you can there's like a hatch, and you can just keep climbing down the ladder straight into the water, and you don't have to get off at the platform.
Yeah, you'll see it here in a moment. The girls go straight down through the hatch.
This gentleman was hurrying us up a bit, I think.
Oh, nearly stood on your hands. He was in a real hurry when we were trying to get the little girl down. There they are, straight down through the hatch. Here we go. Let's see if I can stand on your hand.
Watch out for her hand.
Really had no patience.
But people jump off the platform into the water. I don't think it's really it wasn't really deep enough today. Like on the day that we went, it was quite shallow. You could actually stand in the water here.
Yeah, there is a tidal flow, so yeah, so in high tide obviously it's a lot deeper. When I went there in 2014, one of the people I was with actually jumped from the top of the ladder, but they got very bruised by it.
Yeah, they've fenced that off now, so you can't do that. And in we go.
What did you do?
I went down a big ladder, look!
Oh my
Look up
goodness! You are the bravest girl.
Just look up there, Vlog!
Look at that, Vlog. She went all the way down. Well done.
Yeah!
Yeah, I knew you could do it.
She was so proud of herself.
It's a big thing. Yeah, there wouldn't be many 6-year-olds that would be confident with that. I think she did a great job.
So readjust Vlog. So there you go. You can see the ladder there. It's quite long and steep. So there's 2 of these ropes slung across the trench. So you can.
Yeah, you can hold on. You can rest. There's a couple of rocks here and there you can sit on as well.
The water was so clear down in there. It was just stunning.
Yeah, beautiful temperature too. It was a very hot day this day.
Really hot.
It would have been at least 34, 35.
Hey Ted, have you been here vandalising again?
Actually, from
Ted, what are you doing? Graffitiing?
As you can see, it's just a spectacular place to swim. You can see why it's on people's bucket lists. So I think that they were a lava tube that had collapsed, I believe. And there's 2 caves. I think this is where we swim through the cave up to where the big little hole is. I'm going to have to look that up now. So there's volcanic rock and sand on the bottom, there was some places where you could stand, some places where you could sit on rocks.
Yeah, this is the section that you could virtually walk through last time we were here, 2019-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now you could not touch all the way through.
So there's one rope that goes across, and then there's one rope that goes up into the other cave, which is, I think we used the rope to get up there because there was a bit of a pull with the tide.
Look at that, it's unbelievable. I must say I did look at that rock ledge there, the one with the big crack in it, and think, oh, I hope that doesn't come down.
So as you can see, the sunlight there, that's the other like sinkhole. But the water actually is that blue, like the reflection is just...
Oh yeah. And this was all very sandy. Before, when it was shallower, it was quite rocky there.
Yeah,
but
there we
as
go.
you can see, it's very sandy now.
It was nice to cool off because it was a really hot day. It was hot.
Blob, blob, blob.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Am I drowning there, or was just the camera under the water?
I don't know, yeah. I think you've just like dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! Oh,
Yeah, we stayed in here for a while, stayed out of the sun for a while.
I think this is where we got our snorkel gear ready to go and see if we could find any fish. Or in James's case, hunt the fish.
There were a couple of those rock towers up there, wasn't there?
Yeah, the stacks, rock stacks.
Rock stacks.
That was the fellow that we sat at. And our bongos. Here we go, this is James, the great fish hunter. You can just see how clear the water was. So it is salty because it's fed by the sea, and so there's like tropical fish in here.
These little black ones that we've seen before that come out of their holes and kind of get all up in your face for a little bit.
They staunch you. Some little zebras.
Look at that one.
It's like, this is my rock.
Oh, there's a blue one. Let's have a good look at him, shall we?
I think you harassed this one. Just trying to do his everyday business. Is it Dory?
Paparazzi. Nah, it wasn't Dory. It was just a blue. I don't know. Maybe we should start looking up what the fishes are called. But yeah, he wasn't a Dory. He was a bit thinner.
Oh
than
yeah,
that.
that's right. He was skinny. He wasn't
Yeah.
flat. If you know what it is, comment. Let us know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We should get a fish book, or I suppose we don't need a book, but Google some of these, because especially the stripies and the blueies and the black ones, they're everywhere we go swimming or snorkeling.
And
There's
that's
a
leaf fish.
leaf fish. That's the golden yellow leaf fish.
It's native to this part of Samoa. Some more little zebras.
This was quite cool, snorkeling underneath all this leaf debris. It was something that you don't do very often, really. Well, I haven't. Oh, there's another blue one.
Probably the same one. You're still probably harassing
No,
it.
this one was on the other side.
He's a stalker. It went over there to get away from him. So you can see the rocks that, it's obviously lava flow. There's the ladder.
So that's the cave over there near those people that feeds out to the ocean.
I think this is Miss Poppy's filming now, so she really wanted to do her own vlog bit here, so
I think she does quite well with the kick-in.
she loved it. We probably stayed down here for what, nearly 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2 hours, yeah. Like I say, it's not somewhere you want to go up and down, so we stayed down until we got hungry and it was like, okay, well, we'll go up now. And I tell you what, we could not. Well, one of my legs in particular was sore for about 3 days afterwards. I think it's because of maybe the tension of going up and down, like maybe the little bit of a fear factor and your leg shakes, or I don't know what it was, but it wasn't just me. There she goes all the way up. Oh
yeah, I was posing because there was plenty of Instagram models at the top of the ladder taking their shots while we were down in the cave pool, so I thought I'd have a go as well.
When we were down there, there were signs that saying no drones, but when we were down there, someone flew a drone, and when we came up right about here, I heard someone say that they got in trouble. So I thought I'd go and ask the owners if we could fly our drone. I said, I know I saw the signs, I wouldn't dare do it without asking. Is there a chance of us flying the drone? And they said, yes. They said 150 tala. And I went, yeah, no. So that's okay. I mean, I could have easily gone out to the car park or even out to the road. I mean, the drone goes for 2 kilometres. But I thought that's not the Samoan way, so I didn't fly the drone today.
So it's it's their land, it's their rules, sort of thing. So there you go. So unfortunately, no drone footage, but I'm sure you can look some up.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got to look up To Sua on Google, and you'll get plenty of great images.
So yeah, so this is the little big hole. I know. Now I've called it that. That's all I can think of.
That's what it is from now on. That's what it is.
I'm so creative, aren't I? I think just about here I dropped James's swim shirt, and it's not until I get all the way back to the car that I realise, and I have to come back in and get it again.
Yeah, it's so hot too. But it was good that she realised she'd lost it, because it was my good rashi. So now we're on our way back to Alafua, back home. We took the coastal road.
Some nice looking fish.
Yeah, we took the coastal road on the way home. Beautiful drive along the coast.
So we went right down to Lalomanu and around that way. It's just so scenic down there. I think we've actually stayed at these fellows before.
Yeah, we did.
Fau,
I think it was. Family were great. I think back then it was only about 65, 70 tala per person with breakfast and dinner. And it was just beautiful, and the family were great, and the food was great. So
this part of the coast is, what you see when you look at, pictures of tropical islands. It's, it's spot on. You've got the phalaes on the beach, you've got the coral reef, you've got the island off the view.
Coconut palms, the white sands, it's just beautiful. Look at those phalaes.
So the blue sign that we drove past there is actually the tsunami evacuation exit. So they've got actual staircases up that big gorge cliff. What would you call it?
Yeah, up the mountain. Unfortunately in 2009, Samoa suffered a tsunami. And unfortunately 150 people perished in that tsunami.
So this is down near Lalomanu. It was really unfortunate, and because as you can see it's smack bang up to the cliff face, so
yeah,
there was nowhere to go.
A lot of people lived. You can still see a lot of old houses that haven't been rebuilt along the mountainside. A lot of people lived along there. I mean, that was their family land, and there was no escape. The mountain's right behind them. So there was a government initiative. I'm not sure if Australian Aid or someone else was involved, but anyway, what I do know is that they now have staircases up the mountain, and there are blue signs along the way that'll tell you how far until the next one. And so, you know, God forbid another tsunami happens, people will be able to hopefully get out in time.
It's just such a beautiful part of Samoa, and it's regenerating. So the coral reef has started to regenerate down there too. It obviously did a lot of damage. And I think coming up here, is in between our first and second visit or something, there was a giant landslide.
Yeah, big landslide on this mountain coming up. You have to drive around it.
So they actually changed the road because it wiped it out. There's lots of chalets along this part and a couple of resorts.
So that was a blue sign back there that I pointed to for the emergency evacuation staircase. Look at that. That is beautiful.
I think we've stayed at those chalets.
Yeah, we stayed at that one the first year they were open. We stayed there.
So they had a lovely big deck to have your meals and stuff on, which was nice.
It's funny too when you stay at a chalet like that. They have someone stay out all night, like a security, like it's a family member. Normally a gentleman, a man, will stay out and sit in a vacant chalet, and kind of keep watch over you during the night. It's unusual at first, but then it's really nice.
So the view out of this island, this is what you see on the postcards. And I'm going to try and say it. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who can correct me, but I think it's Nu'utelli.
Nu'utelli Island is coming up here. Nu'utelli Island, which is kind of across from Lalomanu. We haven't been across there. I don't know if you can go across there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something
sure.
that we'll have to find out.
It's just beautiful though. I think we stop and get a good image of it, but it's just beautiful when you're looking from them, obviously from Upolu.
So this is the main Lalomanu resort day chalets. We've been down here. I think they charge around 50 tala for a day chalet. Yeah, 50 tala for a day chalet. That you can stay overnight in these chalets, and it's a very, very popular tourist attraction. There's so many vans here because of the cruise ship that was in. Yeah, it's not normally this busy, but it is busy. Yeah, it's normally, and I mean, if you're looking for somewhere to swim on a Sunday, as we've mentioned before, quite often you don't swim on a Sunday in community, so you need to go to like a resort or somewhere like Lalomanu to have a swim on Sunday. Yeah. As you can see, lots of accommodation and different. I think they've even got some Western chalets with air conditioning and stuff at that place. There is up back on the mountain. They've done a whole heap. So there's the island. Those palm trees, coconut palms. This is #no filter, by the way. It is that blue and that green. Oh yeah, the colours in Samoa are amazing. It's a feast for the eyes, isn't it? The hue of the light, the way that the greens and the blues and the yellows, it's just amazing. And then the Samoan, red flowers, and it's just lovely. The gardens have just done so lovely. As you can see some of the talking about the rocks along the road, because everything's got quite a lot of rocks along the road, all painted. Oh, look what you're pointing out there. Do you remember what it is? Yeah, Namua Island. Yeah, Namua. We've stayed at Namua for about 3 nights. Last time we came. I'd like to do it again. Namua, you park up here and they
take you across in a boat. It's on the island, obviously, Namua. And there's fallets over there, and it's just unbelievable. It's just beautiful.
So lovely. And yeah, so you have the view back of Upolu, and it's just stunning. So I think if you climb up the top, correct me,
Yeah.
you climb up the top of the mountain at Namua,
yeah.
you can see, on a clear day, you'll be able to see American Samoa.
Yeah.
So I tell this to my kids at home.
Yeah.
If you're looking at American Samoa, you're actually looking at yesterday, because you're looking across the international date line. So you're looking back in time.
That's exactly right. And they do have a walk up to the top of the mountain. When we were there last, they told us it was, I think, about an hour and a half through pretty dense forest, and we said, we'll just stay here and swim, I think.
Let's go have a look for some more turtles.
Yeah, so when we went across on the boat, there was turtles everywhere, and the boys on the boat were so funny, and they got me up on the front of the boat and said, try and catch a turtle, Jimmy. And I jumped in, not wanting to catch it at all, but jumped in to have some fun. But they were trying to catch them, but they didn't. It was so funny, and it was great.
Well, we'll have to go back to Namua soon.
Yeah. There's a rooster outside our fallet.
Like and subscribe. Hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.